So real quick, we're back again to the passage three. This time is going to be much more of a sort of an argumentative type of question. So basically, we have some kind of matching features, but this time it requires. I mean, prior completion, it is warning us about the fact that any one of the answers or paragraphs can come two times. So, and other than that, we have one word only summary completion. We have Yama and Dixit Hodel. We have Petri and Singh's team. And we have some classifications. We have Cameron and Petri, Rabindranath Singh. We have Yama Dixit and David Hodel. All right, I'm gonna basically real quickly um find the names. I have Dr. Petri. Dr. Petri. All right, so what else do we have? We have Dr. Petri, Cameron Petri. Now we need Rabindranath Singh. Basically, they come really in order. They come in order. So we have another one, Petri. We have Dr. Rabindranath Singh. And who else? We have Petri, research team led by Petri, together by Rabindranath Singh. Petri in Singh's team. Basically, that's I think summer completion will come from here. And Dr. Yamadisit and David Hodel. Look at that. We have two names at the same time. All right. Now, I think I can really do it real quickly. First the definitive. Okay. Now research published by Dr. Yama Dixit and Professor David Hodel, both from Cambridge Department of Earth Sciences, provided the first definitive evidence for climate change affected the plains of northwestern India, where hundreds of Harappan islands are known to be have situated. Okay. The researchers gathered shells of Melanoidus turbiculus snails from the sediments of an ancient lake and used geochemical analysis as means of tracing the climate history of the region. So Yama Dixit and David Hodel have found the first definitive evidence of climate change affected the plains of northwestern India thousands of years ago. By collecting the something of snails and analyzing them, by collecting the what? The researchers gathered the shells of snails. So we have the shells of snails. We have that as an answer number 32. Take that. We have answer number 32. This is going to be shells. They discovered the evidence of change in the water levels in a something. So from sediments of ancient lake and used geochemical analysis and means of tracing the climate history of the region. As today, the major source of water into the lake is likely to have been this summer monsoon, says Dixit. But we have observed that there was an abrupt change about 4,100 years ago when the amount of evaporation from the lake exceeded the rainfall. So the a change in water levels, what exactly? In the what? A change in water levels in a oh yeah, it's a lake. Right, so we have lake. So an ancient lake and using geochemical methods and tracing the climate history of the region. Right. The lake is likely to have been the major source of water, but we have observed that there was an abrupt change than the lake. So, uh, that's going to be answer number 33 in this line. Okay. This occurred when there was a less something than evaporation, when the amount of evaporation of the lake exceeded the rainfall. So it's going to be rainfall. Rainfall. And then evaporation suggests there was an extended period of drought. Extended the rainfall indicated of a drought. So what do we have that one? That's number 34. Gonna take that real quick. And 34. We estimate that the weakening of the Indian summer monsoon climate lasted about 200 years before recovering to the previous conditions, which we still see today. Um, all right. So what do we have? Information about the decline of the Harappan civilization has been lacking. The rough calculations indicate the approximate length of a period of shortage. I think that is D. I think that's David Hodel who said that. Rough calculations. We estimate. This is going to be answer number 39. So I'm going to give it 39. So I think that is going to be D, David Hodel. And examining previous patterns of behavior may have long-term benefits. Finding further information about changes to environmental conditions in the region is vital. All right, we have nothing about that yet. And Patrice thinks, and as you can see that the paragraphs are like separated, so that means they will have there's a very high chance that there's a probability, most likely that they come from two separate paragraphs. So they intentionally separated it from each other. So then, therefore, Petrian, together with Dr. Ravindanath Singh of Banaras Hindu University of India, found early in the investigations that many of the archaeological sites were not where they were supposed to be, completely altering understanding of the way that this region was inhabited in the past. So, okay, um, or is it not? Hold on. Using archaeological records to look at something from millennia ago. Hold on. That is not here. I think, where is it? Petries and Singh systems are led by Petri together by the Singh. Do we have anything else? Oh, we have G as well. So we have is now examining our archaeological records and trying to understand the details of how people led their lives in the region 5 millennia ago. They are analyzing grains cultivated at the time and trying to look at. Okay, so teams are using archaeological records to look at something from millennia ago in order to know whether people had adapted their agricultural practices to climatic changes. Agriculture, they're analyzing grains cultivated at the time. They're trying to work out whether they were grown under extreme conditions of water stress and whether they were adjusting the combinations of crops where they were growing for different weather systems. So we have this one as the answer. All right, we're gonna highlight that real quickly and easily. And that's gonna be number 35. And that's going to be grains. So in order to know whether they have adapted their cultural practices basically mean cultivated at the time and they were grown under extreme conditions. They're also examining objects including something. They're also looking at whether the types they're also including, that means whether the types of pottery used and other aspects of material culture were a distinctive to specific regions or were more similar across a larger area. This gives us insight into the types of interactive networks that the population was evolving and whether those changed. So the answer is going to be pottery. All right, so we got that. Get another highlight here. Give it this as a number 36. Now, further information, not really. I want to see Petri believes that, hold on, let's just read the paragraph A. The Harappan civilization or maybe I'm just mispronouncing it, of ancient Pakistan and India flourished 5,000 years ago, but thousands of years later, their sites were abandoned. The Harappan civilization was a sophisticated Bronze Age society who built megacities and traded internationally in luxury craft products, and yet seem to have left almost no depictions of themselves. But their lack of self-imagery at a time when the Egyptians were carving and painting representations of themselves all over their temples is only a part of the mystery. Um, Proposed explanations for the decline of Harappan civilization, reference to present-day application, a difference between the Harappan civilization and other culture. 29. It's going to be A. The difference between another culture of the same period at a time, same period. So we have to remove this one just in case. Right. B. There's a plenty of archaeological evidence to tell us about the rise of Harappan civilization, but relatively little about its fall, explains archaeologist Dr. Cameron Petrie of the University of Cambridge. As population increased, cities were built that had great baths, craft shops, palaces, and halls laid out in distinct sectors. Houses were arranged in blocks with wide main streets and narrow alleyways, and many had their own wells and drainage systems. This was very much a thriving civilization. Then around the 2100 BC, a transformation began. Okay, this is really important information we need to know. Streets went uncleaned, buildings started to be abandoned, and ritual structures fell out of use. After their final demise, which is a fall, demise means a failure in something. A millennium passed before the really large scale cities appeared once more in South Asia. Um, okay, this is like the it's talking about the cities were built that had great baths and so on. It's talking about the design, which I think number 30 is going to be the answer. The urban design. The urban design is probably this. Cities were built and they had great baths and so on and so forth. And it keeps on going. This is going to be number 31. Here it comes to number 31. And it goes answering. And pretty much until here. Let me just highlight that easily and just give this a number 31 and remove this part. Whoops, there we go. Now, see, some have claimed that major, and however, Dr. Petrie been finding examining previous patterns of behaviors may have long-term benefits. Um, Not really yet. Some have claimed that major glacier-fed rivers changed their course, dramatically affecting the water supply and agriculture, or that the cities could not cope with an increasing population. They exhausted their resource base, the trading economy broke down, or they succumbed to invasion or conflict. And yet others that climate change caused an environmental change that affected food and water provision. It is likely that there was a single cause for the decline of the civilization, but the fact is, until now, we have a little solid evidence that solid evidence means like a very concrete and factual from the area for most of the key elements, said Petrie. A lot of archaeological debate has really only been well argued speculation. Um, Information about the decline of the Harappan has been lacking. Is that it? A lot of the archaeological debate has really only, but the fact is, until now, we have little solid evidence. Means little solid evidence means it's lacking. I think I'm gonna take that as number 30, as number 40, and give it this number A, not A, but option A, not number A. Okay, now a researcher team led by Petrie together with doctors Ravinder Singh of Banaras Hindu University found early investigations that many of the archaeological sites were not where they were supposed to be, completely altering understanding of the way that this region was inhabited in the past. When they carried out a survey of how the large area was settled in relation to sources of water, they found inaccuracies in the published geographic locations of ancient settlements ranging from several hundred meters to many kilometers. They realized that any attempts to use this existing data were likely to be fundamentally flawed. Over the course of several reasons of fieldwork, he carried out new surveys, finding an astonishing 198 settlement sites that were previously unknown. Examining previous patterns of behavior that may have longer-term benefits, finding further information about changes in to environmental conditions in the region is vital. No. Or maybe on top, maybe paragraph D gives us any information here. Reference to the discovery of errors. Okay, we have paragraph D. There we go. Maybe. Because inaccuracies, they found inaccuracies. This is talking about number 31. Okay, I'm going to remove this part as well. And I'm going to remove this one as well. Discovery of errors means they found inaccuracies. Okay. Now, research published by Dr. Yama and so on and so forth. We read this one. I'm not going to read that a little bit. I'm not going to read that a little longer than that. But I understand that paragraph E, reference to present day applications of proposed. I think no, there's nothing about that just yet. It has been long thought that that other great Bronze Age civilizations also declined at a similar time, with a global scale climate event being seen as the cause. While it is possible that these local scale processes were linked, the real archaeological interest lies in understanding the impact of these larger scale events on different environments and different populations. Considering the vast area of the Harappan civilization, with its variable weather systems, explains since it is essential that we obtain more climate data from areas close to the two great cities of Mohenjo-daro and Harappa, and also from the Indian Punjab. Okay, that is Singh who said that. It is finding further information about changes to environmental conditions in the region is vital. So that's Singh. That's going to be B. So it's gonna. This is number 37. So 37 is going to be where's Singh? Singh is going to be B. All right, fantastic. Now we got that as well. Now Petri and Sin's team is now examining. We have read that Petri believes that archaeological are a unique positions to investigate how past societies responded to environmental and climatic change. By investigating responses to environmental pressures and threats, we can learn from the past to engage with the public and the relevant governmental and administrative bodies to be more proactive in issues such as the management and administration of water supply, the balance of urban and rural development, and the importance of preserving cultural heritage in the future. Examining previous patterns of the behavior may have long-term benefits. Definitely, Petri said that. So I was gonna give us A, which is written over here. Pretty simply explained. So it's gonna be number 38. What are we left with? 20 proposed explanations for the decline of the Harappan civilization, reference to a present-day application of some archaeological research findings. Oh yeah, I think that's a paragraph H here, isn't it? That's gonna be whoops. That's gonna be paragraph H. Proposed explanations. Why does the paragraph H present day applications means responded to Petri believes that archaeological are a unique position but to investigate how past societies responded to environmental climatic change. By investigating response we can learn from the past to engage with the public. Present day application of some. That means in the future, to be more and the relevant government and administrative bodies to be more proactive in issues such as the management. So basically, that is just the main idea of the fact that these things can be applied just as today and in the future. So, which means reference to a present day application of some archaeological research findings. So, archaeological research findings is that environmental and climatic change, urban and rural development, rural development, and the importance of preserving cultural heritage in the future. So that's pretty much age because nothing more is coming. Um, I mean that nothing more is more suitable than that present day application. Archaeological research findings. Uh, archaeological research findings are like the Petrobilly's archaeological are unique position to investigate. So this is like archaeological research findings. So yeah, that's pretty much what I think about proposed explanations for the decline of Harappan. Um, I think this was over here that affecting water supplies and agriculture, so the cities could not cope with the increasing population. So this is the part could not cope. So I'm gonna highlight that. I'm gonna give this number 30, I mean 27. Number 27, and I'm gonna give this an option C. All right, we successfully finished all the passages. And now what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna insert a table that actually helped me to navigate through the answers. I'm gonna say words in questions and similar words from passage. All right, so I'm gonna give this a bold color. Whoops. And actually make this a little bit tinier like that. And give it a 27. So 27, what does it say? 27 proposed explanations proposed explanations for the decline. So I'm just gonna take for the decline, and for the decline is gonna be um could not cope with an with an increasing population. Could not cope with increasing population. That's going to be that. Now, 28. What is 28? 28 reference to a present day application of archaeological research findings. So 28 28 archaeological. Okay, I'm a horrible speller. Archaeological research findings means 28. Where is it? We had that highlighted for ourselves. 28. Did we skip it? Seriously? Mm, that was here, isn't it? This is 28. Okay, we're gonna highlight that beforehand so I just don't. Archaeological uh archaeological research finding means archaeological. Seriously? All logical. Okay, I'm just skipping. I'm just always missing the O. Archaeological are in a unique position to investigate. All right, we have 29 as well. 29 is basically 29 difference between and at the same time. So at the same time, where is it? Of the same period, I'm sorry. Of the same period. Of the same period is was all the way on top at a time. At a time. Now 30. And 30 was urban design. So urban design. So number 30 was somewhere around, where was it? Number 30, where are you? Okay, 31. We have 31. They found inaccuracies. They found inaccuracies means errors. Discovery of errors. 31. We have 30. Where's 30? Where did the 30 go? Oh, come on. I mixed out again. It's not 30, it's just 28. Whoops, 38. Yes, that's correct. I mean, where's 30? Some features of urban design. It was here, isn't it? Uh, no, not that. Or was it on top? 30. It was come on. Cities were built and so on. This is 30. This is not 31. There you go. This 30. That is 30. So that's gonna be great baths, craft workshops, um, palaces, and so on. It keeps on going. So we have 31. So 31 was discovery of errors. Discovery of errors means they found they found inaccuracies. They found inaccuracies. Now 32. 32. By collecting. So let me just not actually do the 32 because this is a summary completion. I think you will navigate that by yourself. So 37, I'm going to find the 37. Okay, we have 37. And 37 is, so finding further information is vital. Finding further information is vital. Finding further information is vital means it is essential. So if I don't make this small letter, that it's going to show error later on. It is essential to obtain more data. That's what it is saying. 37, then it's going to say 30, 39. Rough calculations. We have rough calculations. Whoops, calculations. Rough calculations are, where's 38? Um, where was the 38? Rough calculations. We estimate, yeah, we estimate. We estimate. That's not 39, that's 38. Or is it 30? Oh, yes, 30. Okay. Oh, oh my God. This is 30. That is 30. Okay, I'm sorry. I just made a mistake again. It's gonna be over here. Whoops. I'm gonna take that and copy, paste this, take this as well and copy and paste this, but remove this because this is gonna be 30. This is 38, but this one is 39. Now, 38, I'll skip this. Sorry for that. Long-term benefits. Long, long-term benefits. Long-term benefits was set by Cameron Petrie. Long-term benefits means this is something importance of preserving a cultural heritage in the future. Say importance of preserving cultural heritage in the future. 39. The 39 is going to be rough calculations. We did that. And number 40, last but not least, something has been lacking. Has been, whoops, 40. Has been lacking. Has been lacking. 40 is somewhere I found it on the top. Means had little solid evidence. Little solid evidence. Make this small letter. And yeah, there we go, guys. We've basically finished. Just gonna make this a bolder color. So as you, if you want to practice, if you want to just have a better advantage for yourself for tomorrow, you can basically learn how these patterns work. Similar words from the passage and words and questions. Well, whenever you practice, the thing that I'm doing right now is just for the sake of my practice as well. Maybe I also get some important information that I can be really interested about in terms of history. So yeah, you can take notes just like this and learn how matching paraphrases work. Because IELTS reading is mostly about it is mostly about the reading, matching paraphrases. Anyway, thank you very much, guys, for watching. I will see you on the next episode. If you have any questions, make sure to comment down below, and I'll come as I always repeat with a very prompt response to your request. Once again, thank you very much for watching. I will see you on the next episode.